Cards didn't get a goal tonight, but a lot of positives in that performance.
Yeah, I thought we were. I thought first half. I thought we had a tempo about us, which was, which to be fair, it was. You know, you'd have to look at it. It was a good game. It was a good game. Both teams were at it. The way they play, they were effective more in the first half with their diamond, but I thought we had good energy and looked a threat. A little bit wasteful at times. And then second half, when we tweaked a couple of things, I thought we nullified what they were good at in the first half. I thought we stopped them playing, and I thought another day we scored a couple of three. You know, we've, you know, rightly so, we've had stick from Saturday, and the performance from Saturday to tonight was chalk and cheese. And that's what's frustrating when you've got, you know, levels in us that we know we should be stepping up to. That's what's frustrating, and I don't think overly we're at times doing bad or doing terrible. I just think mistakes have compounded results and have run results. But tonight I thought we were good, and anyone who was here who says different, you know, is watching a different game than I am, or I'm watching a different game than them. But I thought for 95 minutes, I thought the lads were at it and put a big shift in.
You brought Max Thompson in and played him up front with Enoch. Could have had the winner there in the second half with the big chance he had.
Yeah, he's been on our radar for some time now. We were aware of him last season, and he's somebody we've been trying to get in, and you know, I think you see that's his first game in a while, but I think you see quality. He's a threat. He goes in behind, he can hold it up, and like you say, he should have scored. It's a great bit of play by Enoch once he woke up. And another day, Max probably gets a couple.
I know Enoch. Well, I get the impression Enoch frustrates you sometimes, but from watching him up here, he's a bit. He does a bit of everything. He's sometimes doing his own thing, but he's always trying his hardest and putting himself about there, and he'll get a bit of the rub of the green and a bit of luck falling his way sometimes, I'm sure. Well,
you see the good and the bad in how he can be. Saturday, I thought he was miles off it. I thought he started tonight with real intent. He won 3 headers on the spin. That were great headers where he got up, and then he just went into his own little world where he's trying to do things, balls bouncing off him, he's shooting from impossible angles, but at times someone like Enoch will shoot from that angle and it'll nestle. But then second half, he's seen Mark warming up. He went over the far side of the pitch. He looked like he had a mood. He was in a mood, and it seemed to spark him into life, because from then on he won headers, he got hold of it, he worked back, he threaded Max through, he had a couple of chances, another outrageous attempt from an overhead kick. He had one ruled out for offside, and like you say, in 90 minutes you've probably seen the good and the bad in him. But he's a good lad, you know, he's good in the dressing room, he's funny, he's very different, as you can imagine. But no, you know, hopefully it's a springboard for a good number of us, because there was some good performances there tonight.
I know you're always saying you're on the lookout for more players and, you know, improving quality in the squad, but how important is it now for you that you've got the group of players that you've got to try and work together with what you've got and make them play in the way that you want them to play?
Well, it's been a while since we've had such attacking options as what we've got now. You know, it wasn't so long ago we didn't have a forward. You know, not Saturday gone, the Saturday before, we didn't have a forward fit. But now when you look at what we've got in terms of options, we've got different types of attacking players to change shape should we need to. We've got different types of midfielders in the likes of Tweeds, Morgan's carrying the knock a little bit. But you know, when you've got those to be able to come on and change it, you know, Jay's played 90 Saturday, and then we've been able to bring them off, whereas there's been games, certainly a lot of games last season, where you weren't able to bring them off Saturday, Tuesday, and we don't get the best out of Jay when we do that. So the squad being the way it is, and we're hopeful, Ev's going to start stepping up his training soon, which will be a big boost for us, because he's so important both on and off the pitch in the dressing room.
In terms of this weekend, you've not got a game on Saturday. How important are the 2 training sessions you're going to have instead? Thursday, Saturday.
We'll work hard. We'll work hard in both sessions. We need to work on a couple of things. Set play wise, we were really wasteful Saturday. I thought our delivery was much better today. But to be fair to them, give them credit. I thought they defended well at times. They made important blocks at times. Which is part of the game, what you've got to do, which is probably why I think they've only lost 1 game. So, we've been a better team tonight. It's a positive point and a clean sheet. We must build on it, but like you say, the 2 training sessions in between the next game are crucial for us, and they won't be wasted.
I just wanted to ask you about Josh Vela as well. He's obviously a highly experienced player. I think he's got nearly 400 career appearances. You brought him in to do a specific job to make you more secure in that midfield, and he showed that tonight, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, and if you look over his career, he's never been the sort of midfielder to protect your back line. Even though he's played right back a few times, but you can see he's got good understanding, which he should have. He's got good energy, and he fills gaps, he protects, he's got good use of the ball, which you would expect for somebody who's played the level that he's played at. But he's just come in and got on with it. You can see he's been disappointed in a couple of the results, obviously, because we've all felt it. But he's been so positive around the lads, around young lads. You're putting Tweeds on and Dales, who I thought was outstanding tonight. He's not doing well as well. He come off, he was thinking he was going to throw up. But when you just shout onto him, just keep them, pull them about, keep them in front of you, and he does it. Because he can, and they'll listen to him because he's got that quality. When you see him in training, he's just got that. He just passes it right and so clean with everything he does. And when we hopefully get more and more players back to give us that more strength and depth that we need, which we've got, but obviously injured. We'll be a completely different side, and you see tonight when you've got options on the bench, it makes it a different side. Because like what happened with Enoch, we see someone warming up and all of a sudden he's come to life, and that can happen. You can see someone running up the line, you can see John the Kit Man getting warm with his numbers board, and all of a sudden, like I say, he springs to life, creates a chance, has a couple, wins a few headers. Because that's what it can happen, and it can have the adverse effect when you don't really have that depth on the bench and you don't really have players to come in. But again, positive. We move forwards, we take it forward, and we work towards next Tuesday.